Adele. I'm from the UK. I've been in China for 6-7 years, right?
God, that's a long time. Jesus.
So yeah. This is Anna. Say hi.
Hi.
Anna's too busy right now eating.
My name is Akeel. Some people know me by Zeke. Depends on if you met me in the streets or if you met me at work. I'm from the States, from Maryland. Whoop whoop.
And how long have you been in China?
I've been in China approximately 3.5.
You definitely not been here for 6.5 years.
I've been in China approximately 3.5 years.
Yeah.
What are you gonna miss the most about China?
The salary. Probably the salary, only because, like, we don't get paid that much. But the lifestyle here compared to a Western lifestyle is a lot cheaper, and your money goes so far. So, like, the rents, the electricity bills are nothing. I don't know about you, but I, like, pay my rent and everything. I live by myself. So I can pay my rent, send money home, travel, and still live a good lifestyle in China.
Yeah.
And I know that wherever else I live and work, I'm not going to have this lifestyle again. So there are definitely a lot of things that I'll miss about China, but that is probably my top one. But it's not like the money itself, it's just how far it goes.
What made you stay in Hefei for so long, and then what about, like, specifically Nanjing made you feel like, yeah, that's the place that I want to move to?
What made me stay there for so long was, like, the people around me, you being one of them. Because remember, at the end of my first year, I was going to move to Nanjing, wasn't I? Initially was going to move to Nanjing. But then I met you in the July, and then I met other people, and I was doing more social things, and then I just decided to stay. And the same with the second year. As for why I chose Nanjing, I didn't choose Nanjing. I wanted to move to Beijing, but they wanted me to move to Nanjing.
Right.
So I thought, you know what, why not? Because I always liked Nanjing, and I initially was going to move to Nanjing.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, it must be fate. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
It was definitely a good choice and the best decision.
Yeah, because I do remember you saying that you were supposed to be going into Nanjing.
Yeah.
Initially, and then that it worked out, which I like Beijing also. I love China. Like, this is not even like there's no Chinese government listening more than they normally are. I just really enjoy China. So Beijing is definitely a place to go to. But I agree. I think, like, going to Beijing would have been... You would just become another one of the mass...
Yeah.
You know, and not to say that there's not a mass amount of, like, teachers in Nanjing, but it's just... You know, those are the cities, like, there are a bunch of teachers teaching in Beijing, there are a bunch of teachers teaching in Shanghai, and you're just, like, one of another number.
Yeah. You know.
Okay.
Because you've been here for, what, 7 years?
Yeah.
What would you say to someone who is considering moving to China?
If you decide to come to China, come with an open mind.
Yeah.
Don't come with any expectations. Don't expect China to be the same as your country or as any Western country or as any other country you have been to. China is its own country. If you come with expectations, more than likely you will leave disappointed. Like, I came to China not knowing anything, not expecting anything, and I'm still here and I'm doing okay. But if you come with the expectation that, oh, it's going to be like this country, no, it's not. China is very, very different to other countries of the world. The culture is so different.
Yeah.
even to like Asia countries like Japan or Korea, like it's very different to them countries. So different.
Yeah.
The culture, the people, the language, everything. So yeah, just come with an open mind. Don't come with any expectations. Because if you do, you'll probably be more than likely disappointed.
Has China met your expectations or exceeded it? And in what way?
I love how you didn't put the option for it to like have not met my expectations.
Well, you wouldn't have been here for 3.5 years if it hadn't. But
yeah,
it's like I'm sure that there were some bits that didn't.
Yeah.
So just explain first how like you came to China already being able to speak Chinese.
Yeah, I had taken Chinese since my sophomore year of high school, and then I didn't take it my first year of university. I started taking it, I think, second semester of my sophomore year of university, and then I eventually switched into Chinese for my major, and so ended university with a Chinese major. And my intent was always to come to China, and I had spent 3 weeks abroad in Thailand during my undergraduate career. China was very different from what I thought it was going to be when I first got here. I wasn't sure what I was expecting, but going to Hefei as my first city was definitely it was both China and also not China, in that it was very developed but also still very developing. And I thought that my Chinese was great, and I realized that it wasn't. And so I thought it was going to be easier to communicate with people, and I realized it wasn't. And I didn't understand. You learn a lot about, we talked a lot about how there are different dialects of Chinese.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how different that they were going to be until, I knew like there's Cantonese, which is completely different from Mandarin in the way that it sounds most of the time. But I thought, okay, but other local dialects that can't be that different. And I got to Hefei, and I was like, I don't know what half of these people are saying to me. It's tough. I would say it has exceeded my expectations in the sense that I thought maybe I would be here for... It's kind of the typical expat teaching English in China story. You think, I'm going to be here for a year, and I'm going to go back and get my master's degree. And then you're here for 2 years, and you say, okay, I'll be here for 1 more year. And then you're here for like 3, 4, 5 years, and you're like, what am I doing here still? I thought I was going to be a lawyer. I didn't think I was going to be a lawyer, but like I know people who were like, I'm going to go back and get my law degree, and I'm like, ha! That said, there's a reason I think that people stay here. China exceeded my expectations in how comfortable the country can make you feel as an international, as an expat. I
agree.
Yeah. You think that, oh man, like, I have to adjust to like there being Chinese everywhere, and I have to adjust to, you sometimes you might hear like, oh, the people spit everywhere or something like that, and like in some areas they do, but China's still technically a third world country, and like you still see, and like in a lot of cities there are like migrants from other cities, right? So when I was in Hefei, I saw an old lady holding a baby over a trash can. The baby was just taking a poop over the trash can. But I've never felt discriminated against in the way that me being like a black person in the U.S. in particular, felt discriminated against in the U.S. Like here, I'm just like, there's a certain level of privilege that I didn't even know that I could have, being in China, and that has exceeded my expectations. That plus the ease of getting things that you want, ease of convenience. Like things are really convenient back home in the U.S. And you said like things are convenient back home, also in the UK once you get used to it. But here, like anything you want is on your phone. You want to pay for something? We were just talking about this. You want to pay for something? You use Alipay or you use WeChat Pay. You want to buy something? You can buy it from within Alipay. You can buy it from within WeChat if you want to, or you can use Taobao, and it will get here in a day, maybe 2 days. If it's imported, like it might take a little bit longer, but you can find anything, almost anything that you want on Taobao, and it's not like Amazon Prime where you have to pay $100 a year for the discount. Like you just get it quickly, and it's like there.
Oh, I have a question. Yeah. What's your favorite Chinese word?
My favorite Chinese word? It's usually "gama."
Mine is "gama."
Gama is what you doing?
I also.
Or "tianna."
What's that?
Oh God.
And there's always one word that I always get muddled up with. Well, 2 words, sorry, that I always get confused with. Is shwabi and shabi.
Tweeby is like Sprite. Shabby is idiot.
Yeah. There's so many times I've asked for a shabby instead of a Tweeby. So
I'm trying to get an idea of how many places you've been to so far, and how many more places you want to go to before you either A, decide that you're done traveling for now, and you'll go and do something else and then come back to traveling, or B, you've been fulfilled by all your travel and you will work on something else and maybe travel occasionally, but all your major travel, like seeing the world plans, you're gonna put them like in your suitcase.
when you say places, do you mean countries or cities?
Alright, so this is what we're gonna do. Name countries first, and put a little counter in the corner. I'm saying this on camera so that you have to do it, okay? Put a little counter in the, like, right there, in the corner, right? And it makes you make a little bell sound whenever you say a thing, like, China, ding! Name as many as you can remember, and then you can edit it. Put a little asterisk at the bottom and say, actually, it's been 57.
Okay, you keep a count.
Okay.
So I'll lose count.
Alright.
So, I've been to the States.
Okay.
I've been to 2 countries in Africa. South Africa and Kenya. I've been to the UK. I've been to... Europe's a hard one because I always forget.
Give it your best shot.
France. Holland. Greece.
I was tempted to use Chinese numbers there, and then I realized that nobody would know what those were.
Tenerife. I've been to Malta.
Okay.
I haven't done that much of Europe, to be honest. I've been to Spain.
Okay.
Let's go to age. I've been to Australia. Okay. China. Thailand. South Korea. Japan. Indonesia. Malaysia. Oh god. Dubai.
Okay. Just letting them know we're 18 right now.
Okay. Have I missed anything in Asia?
Do you say Philippines?
Oh, Philippines. I have been there.
We're gonna count special administrative regions. So, have you been to Hong Kong or Macau? Or?
Oh yeah, I've been to Hong Kong.
Okay, Hong Kong.
Okay.
We're counting them because of the cultural difference.
True. Some people say that it's several countries, some people say that it isn't.
Right. Special
I say it is, but who am I?
Yeah. You're not Chinese, that's who you are.
Yeah. I think that's it. I'm sure
In
there's
Asia?
more.
Or just in general?
I'm sure there's definitely more in Europe that I'm missing. But I think that's it in Asia.
Alright. That's 20 countries. Good job.
Thank you for your time, Adele.
You're welcome. Thank you for letting me ask you these questions.
Oh, it's great.
How much do you love me?
Right. Gonna end it now.
Yeah.
So thank you for your time.
Thank you for your adventures.